Good Friday morning. We're on the road, heading back home. About 23 miles away. Had to go to the Channel Seed Warehouse to, well, I picked up 8 bags of seed. I don't think I'm going to need all 8, but apparently I didn't calculate very well when I did my seed order, because I'm on the last of my corn and filled up with fertilizer in the planter and looked in the seed box and said, that ain't gonna work. So Barb's disking up bean ground. The plan was to jump out of the tractor and jump into the other tractor and start drilling beans, which I still will do. It's only 11:30. I'll be drilling beans sometime mid-afternoon, but yeah, this is what happens when you apparently don't calculate very well. Alright, it's about 6:45 at night. I know. Didn't have you with me for the last, I don't know, I think I went to Auburn to get that seed at between 10:30 and 11 this morning, but we are on our first field of soybeans. We have finished planting corn, and yes, it's kind of dusty. It's amazing what 3 or 4 days of near 90 and above 90 will do. But, and yes, I'm having me a tall boy, because tonight's live stream night, and I'm obviously not doing a live stream, so, but I'm still having the tall boy. Jimmy might be doing one on his channel. I don't know. I don't care at this point. But so I wound up getting 8 extra bags of seed, corn seed, and I used 7 of them because I still had some fertilizer left. So I went over and did that 6 acres. You people that have been with me there, the older couple that we kind of have looked after, he passed away. Field that they have had enough fertilizer, went over and did that. Still had a little bit of fertilizer left, but I used 7 out of those 8 bags and wasn't gonna go find a place for, I don't know what I had, 400 or 500 pounds. So we dug the spreader out, put it in the spreader, went and spread it on some bean ground, put the spreader back away, got this hooked up to the Cullipacker, which, like those of you who have been with me, I've told you is a son of a bitch to back this up with them fucking dolly wheels. But anyways, corn is finally in and we are planting soybeans. So chance of thunderstorms tomorrow night, Saturday night, which is Saturday night. But passing, who knows, could be, could not be. Good Sunday, and it looks like shit for 2 or 3 days, but I guess we will see. But boy, things have dried up fairly nicely. Like I said, there's plenty of moisture in the ground, but it's getting dusty on top of the ground, as you can see. Of course, now you're looking right into the sun, so I'm gonna enjoy my tall boy here and keep planting beans. I don't know how late I want to work, plus I forgot my other glasses, so I just have my sunglasses. So probably at dark I'll be quitting. Probably be quitting by 9. Third time around now. I just stopped, got out and looked. Everything looks like it's working good, and it's putting the beans in the ground the way I want. Not too shallow, not too deep. So I think I mentioned the other day how the 8295 had the hydraulic oil leak underneath when we were at the farm 4 miles that way, south or whatever. Chelsea brought me down. There was a gallon left in one jug and another 5-gallon jug of hydraulic oil. I put all 6 of that in, got it back home. The next morning, I turned it on, unhooked the chisel plow. It was still screaming at, it started screaming at me again, low oil. Well, the tech was out 2 days ago to fix that one. Yeah, it was a hydraulic line up under the cab. He said it was a son of a bitch to get to. Big surprise. So Jeff's texting me. So today he was out for this because 2 days ago when it was 93, we broke a record. I mean, I love the people on the, you know, the weather people on the radio. It's 92. We just need 1 more degree. Fuck you. Go work in that shit, buddy, and tell me how much you like 93. But anyways, this thing kept throwing a code, fan speed too low or whatever, and it would get hot. I'd have to sit for 5 minutes, work for a half an hour, sit for 5 minutes. So I called the dealership, the service guy looked up the code, and he said, well, he kind of laughed. He said, one thing it could be is if your belt is wore 2 millimeters, it says, it could throw this code. But there's also other things that could be bad. There's the belt's like a snowmobile belt, for those of you who snowmobile. And it's got a big spring and the shiv. It's just like a snowmobile clutch type deal, is what the fan belt on this thing looks like. The whole deal, where it comes in its spline, there's a front and a back. You farmers know what I'm talking about. You non-farmers are looking at me right now going, what the fuck's he talking about? But anyways, so I told him, just get a belt, come out. So he did. The tackle, good shit. Brought the belt out. The belt was wore, so we put a new belt on it. I was just coming back from the farm over there, planting corn, before I went over and did that 6 acres when he was here. So he showed me that both the front and back splines had a little play in them. Not horrible, but he also looked them up, and the front was like 1,500, or the back was 1,500, the front was 900, something like that. For both sides, it was $2,400. Yeah. So, but like he said, it could last another 1,000 hours. Who knows? The play wasn't horrible because it's like a PTO shaft. It's spline on both sides. So we elected to just put the new belt on, which is not like putting a belt on a 1980 Chevy. No. No, you gotta take the whole fan assembly apart. First of all, you gotta take the, you know, side shroud and shit apart. I mean, holy fuck. So for those who, you know, like on Doofus Eggs channel, you gotta do shit yourself, save money, run the old stuff. Yeah. Fuck you. Okay. Yep. Because the 2 hours he was here at $120 some an hour, I'm more than willing to pay, because I was putting shit in the ground that's gonna make me money. So rather than try and play mechanic, but whatever. So anyways, obviously we're moving. So this is going and that is going, and she's got, I don't know, at least close to 100 acres ahead of me ready. So tomorrow we'll be pounding away at beans again. And if I happen to, you know, think of it, I'll actually turn the camera on. So it's about 8:45. The sun went down a little bit ago. Look at the dust rolling. It's amazing what 3 or 4 days in a row. Whoop, hang on to you there. 3 or 4 days in a row of hot, dry weather will do for you. Got that field done. Not that you can see very well anymore. Across the road in this small field now, but look at the dust rolling across there. It's crazy. I get done with this field, I'm done for the night, because the neighbor's house there, I'm not gonna be working around that late at night behind next to people's houses. Oh, I probably could go out back, but I'm tired, so I'm quitting after I finish this field. It'll be a little after 9. Good Saturday morning, drilling beans in the field behind my house. I gotta get spraying that early corn. That's gotta happen sometime in the next 3 or 4 days. But flying solo this morning, because you can't see it from here, but our little back deck is like 8 by 8. Pressure treated lumber, but it's about 20 years old. And Barb fell through the second step last night. The lumber decided to give way. So she's gone to well now right now, because her ankle's like black and blue and swelled up really bad. And so I'm flying solo today. I got 2 new boxes. You probably can't see it, I'm not zooming in. Put 2 new seed boxes on the seed tender over there. Got everything ready to go. I got started drilling by 9. They're talking chance of thunderstorms late afternoon into evening. Whether it happens or not, I've just added up, I've got like 95 acres that are fit and ready for me to drill, but she was ahead of me. So If it doesn't rain and I get it all done, then tomorrow's another day. We see how she feels, and if she's walking but not real well, I might have to just get ground ready myself and then plant it. So we will find out. Alright, I just stopped here in the headland before I turned to my last time around. I went and stuck the hose in the water wagon tank. That 1,100 gallon tank, started filling that. So I figure if it rains, let's say we get 1/4 of an inch. So the fitted ground that I don't get planted today would be a little tacky in the morning, but it's supposed to go up to like 80 and be beautiful the rest of the day. So I can spend a couple hours spraying corn and then go back to drilling beans and then go to getting ground ready if she can't. And yeah, so it could be a busy Sunday as long as we don't get a piss pounder tonight. Alright, we're going back and forth now. Headlands are done. So I got a question for my fellow farmer followers. Fellow farmer followers. A lot of F's in there. What do you enjoy more planting? Corn or beans? I enjoy planting beans more because obviously I use a drill. I can fill that thing up with about 60 units. Okay, for you non-farmers. A unit would be like if you had a bag that you dumped by hand. There's 140,000 seeds in it. So those big black boxes that you see, and I'll show loading the drill again. You see me loading, those have 40 of those. That's what they do around here. I don't know if that's standard or what, but they have 40, equivalent to 40 small bags that you dump by hand with 140,000 seeds per bag. So I can fill this thing up and go quite a while, then stop, take 5 to 10 minutes to fill it up again and go. Now, which do you like harvesting better? I like corn because, you know, beans, it takes longer to fill the combine, fill the cart, trucks, and as you notice with our rocks, beans are a little more stressful around here to harvest than corn is, because you're running the head right on the ground for you non-farmers. So Barb just texted me. I only got that much left over to the headlands, and I go 5 times around, so it's not all the way over obviously, but she just left well now. She said they took x-rays, nothing broken. Didn't figure there was, because she probably wouldn't be able to walk. Just a bad sprain, swelled up. Said they gave her a fancy brace. I don't know what a fancy brace is. Guess I'll find out when she gets home. Don't know if she'll be able to push a clutch on a tractor. I'm sure she'll try, figure it out. So, but yeah, we need a new back deck, so that's gotta happen pretty quickly, because there's one step missing right now. That there's 3 steps to get up it, and the middle step's the one she fell through. So yeah, makes it interesting getting in and out of the back door of the house. So need a new deck. Obviously 19 to 20 years is pretty much the lifespan of pressure treated lumber when you live in the Northeast. And it's Memorial Day weekend, so let's remember what that's all about. It's not just, you know, having an extra day off and grilling your hot dogs. And for you libtard, flag hating, you know, death to America fucktards, the people who gave their lives so you have the right to be the fucktard that you are the people you should be thanking. So, and if you know a family who has a family member that was in the service and lost their life in the service, thank them for their family members' sacrifice. But you asswipes out there with your death to America, well then get the fuck out, go somewhere else. So don't get me started. But like I said, Memorial Day is not a day to you know, it's not It's not the 3-day weekend to just party it up and think it's an extra day off from work. So I'll quit with that. So because, you know, people ask, and I'm not big on the numbers, you know, like that corn puke kid there out in Iowa. Cole the corn puke. He drives me fucking nuts. But alright, so people ask questions that, in my opinion, you know, aren't your business. But alright, so it's just Barb and I, for anybody new. We used to have dairy. We used to have between 80 and 90 head here with milking cows, dry cows, heifers. We used to have a 20 headlock area in the back of the shed there for heifers, springing heifers. Had some big box stalls for calves. We'd raise them up till they were big enough to move out to there. But we usually had between, you know, 70 to 90 head on the farm, we'll say. All right, as far as acres, because people have asked, we're not a huge farm, but we're not a super small farm. So what I'll tell you is, in 500 acre increments, we're between the 500 and 1,000 acre size farm. And we sold the cows in 2011 to decide to just do this part. So, because we pretty much had enough of the cows. All right, guess I'm gonna try and turn with you with me. So hang on. See if I give you vertigo. Yeah, you need both hands when you're operating a tractor. Steering wheel, even the guys with auto steer, they have to turn at the end. The tractor doesn't turn for you. You gotta raise and lower whatever implement you're working with. Alright, hang on again. Whoop, there you go. Making you dizzy. To get the drill back in the ground. Anyways, so I don't watch the kids' videos, but they'll pop up, and the titles of some of his videos, what the fuck? The farm's gonna lose $525,000 this year. If you're gonna lose $500,000, you're either full of shit or one piss poor fucking farming family, because if you're gonna lose $500,000, why bother? I mean, you know, I give you guys numbers now and then, like to let you know what fertilizer costs, the difference between one year to the next, shit like that. But that kid, just the entire life story. I don't ask you people how much money you make and what, you know, your life expenses are, but some of these YouTube farmers, they're pretty special. But so that's about as big a number update as you're ever going to get from me. So don't ever bother asking any more about numbers like that. Yes, I give you numbers on costs for things once in a while, but that's pretty much it. So considering it's just Barb and I, we do pretty good here getting shit done for only 2 people. And my buddy John helps out in the fall some, driving truck when he can, which is very, very helpful. So, alright, I got this little piss ass field done. I'm gonna do that 4 acres behind the shop, and I'm gonna go fill drill up because it's a little below half, because I'm going up back there 43 acres. Yeah, I'm prioritizing what to do today. That corn looks pretty good. Pretty good straight rows too for a non-GPS guy. Barb was gonna go out and try getting into a tractor. Oh, shut up. Yeah, whatever. And I told her, just take the rest of today off. We'll see what the chance of thunderstorms are tonight. That way, let the swelling go down if she can get into a tractor tomorrow. Like I told you before, if we don't get a tremendous amount of rain, I'm probably going to spray this corn in the morning. I mean, we'll get the beans in. If I get beans in by June 5th, I'll be happy. It's not like I haven't planted beans in June before. So I'm just glad we got the corn in before the end of May. It'd be nice to get everything in by the end of May, but it is what it is when you deal with Mother Nature. So I told her, just do whatever Stay in the house. We'll get it done eventually. So, you get in a hurry. They got the little signs on them, slide gate. That's how you open these up, so the beans fall down through. Oh. Well, obviously there's a divider between them. Well, I just burned 15 minutes because slide gate was facing that way. Dumbass. I never even thought of it. So I did the first. The back one was the one that was wrong. So I just burned 15 minutes taking it off, switching it around. Anyways, for you non-farmers, I'll show you how we fill the drill. Oh my god, that magnet's tight. And you want to empty your back box first so your weight's on the front, not the back, or else that might not be so good for that. Alright, let me see where I can put you up here. Yeah, I know, I'm shaking you around. I don't know. Can you see anything from there? Yeah, kinda. Sitting on the lid. About down here in the corner. Yeah, you can kind of see what's going on. You'll be able to see this box get full at least. Push my little button here and away we go. I want to try and fill them evenly because so I may not fill these all the way up to start with. So this is the last of the Pioneer, and then I switch to Channel. I don't really want to mix it. So that box is just about empty. I gotta go down and open, close the gate 2 or 3 times to make sure it all gets out. Voila. Yeah, because you don't want to open them gates all the way. There's a little too much on the auger, but there we go. Ready to go back at it. Alright, obviously you saw the drill was full. I went and got my mother's mail. Turned the water off so Barb wouldn't have to do it. I was curious, so oh, fuck the ads. There's the thunderstorm off to the west of us right now, but when you push the future, obviously we're the blue dot. About 2:30, things blow up. And we get some red later than that. So, I don't know. It's 10 after 12 right now. Really don't want to go start that 43 acre field because I don't like the idea of, you know, if they were saying a passing shower, 1/4 of an inch. Oh, what the fuck's with all the traffic today? That'd be one thing, because tomorrow I know I could get back on it, but a thunder boomer, who knows what's gonna happen. So there's 13 acres up back field that's ready. I'm going to that. And then there's like 17 or 18 acres up by Jimmy that's ready. So worst case scenario, I go to that. If it starts looking better, I don't know. So we'll see. Down to short rows, just got to get over there. But as you can see by the hood and the windshield, she's starting to sprinkle. Son of a bitch. Give me another, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes before you decide to let loose. Let me get this field finished at least. Damn it. Alright, it's Sunday morning. We got 2/10 of an inch. I got the sprayer over there ready to go. Obviously the ground is a little dark, but it's not horrible. I don't think I want to jump right back on doing beans at the moment, so I think I'm going to spray. It's about 11. I'm going to give it another hour, hour and a half. Sun's supposed to come out, but like I said, they say rain tomorrow and Tuesday. So I took the time, I grabbed the ladder over there, and I didn't feel like fucking around and pulling this thing out, swinging it around, dropping it down, so I should have turned the lights back on. I put the ladder down through here and sucked every box out with the shop vac to get the seed that was left in it out. So a buddy of mine wants it for a deer plot, so there's maybe, I don't know, a 5-gallon pail's worth of seed left in there. So I threw a scoop in. He's supposed to come over later, bring a pail or two and scoop it out. So I guess right now we're kind of on hold. Like I said, it's a little after 11. Barb just made my lunch, so I'm gonna go grab that. I don't think it's gonna be an issue spraying as far as the ground being too soft. So it is warm, very humid. I'm freaking sweating right now. Supposed to go up near 80. Sun is supposed to come out, but you know, it ain't. So whether we can get back on 3, 4 o'clock after I'm done spraying, 5 o'clock, whatever, to drill beans, I don't know. Obviously, if the dirt doesn't start looking drier, then no, because I don't want to mud the beans in. I mean, it's not going to be mud because, like I said, we only got 2 tenths, but you're only putting the beans in the ground a little over an inch, so I don't want it to be too tacky where the beans are going in. Plus, I don't want it sticking to the color packer and all that happy horse shit. So we probably will be spraying sometime in the next couple hours. The early corn that's up. All right, folks, here's your one more thing. Sorry for the long video. I know this one's probably pushing 30 minutes or a little over. I try not to get them too long, but the high C work boots are still very comfortable. So Barb will put the link in and the promo code Grumpy Farmer if you want to get a pair. So it's no skin off my ass whether you do or not, but I'm just telling you, they're still comfortable and still holding up. Also, don't forget, push the Grumpy Farmer apparel link and get your hats and t-shirts, sweatshirts, you know. Got to get that in there. Selfish plug for myself. But so we'll throw the one more thing out there as a, you know, a little bit of a political rant again. Here in wonderful communist New York State, our piece of shit governor, Kathy Hitler Hochul, and the rest of the geniuses in Albany, who are so much smarter than everybody else. By 2025, anyone who operates a boat now has to take an 8-hour boating safety course. Okay. Now, I can see if you're buying a boat for the first time, maybe, and you're clueless, like people are. But if you've been, you know, operating a boat for 20, 30 years, you're a fisherman, whatever, now you got to fuck around and take an 8-hour course, which I'm sure there's a fee behind. They didn't say that part, but, you know, I'm sure it's a money revenue thing. Here's the kicker, though. If you rent a boat for the day, you don't have to take that course. But whoever you rent the boat from, you know, the company, whatever, has to give you a safety course or whatever. So are they going to have to give you an 8-hour course or a 15-minute? Here's how it runs. Have a good time. I'm telling you, folks, not only is this presidential election coming up the most important in our life, but any election coming up is the most important in our lives. And did you see Trump's rally in New York City? The thousands of people in New York City that he had. So tell me how pudding brain Biden is going to get 80 million votes this time without, you know, a little bit of a, I don't know, don't look this way, look that way while we do this. So, yeah.